why every man must learn how to handle stress. Welcome back to another video. I'm Single Mindset Masculinity Coach, and in this video I will explain to you, I will give you 4 tips on how to handle stress. First of all, we're going to explain to you why handling stress is so fucking important as a masculine man. We talk about masculinity, masculine success, and masculine growth, because just like I said, stress will give you that masculine growth. Stress does these 3 main things with yourself and your mind. Number 1, pressure creates strength. If you have pressure, think about you going to the gym. It builds muscle. Now think about mental things. It also builds something in your head, your mental muscle, your brain muscle, tissues. Okay, think about you going through a hard time in life. It's very hard. You're going to cry. You have some hard times. You're going to lay down and cry about your life. But the next day, you're going to keep going. And if the same thing happens to you 2 days after the accident happened, you're going to be prepared. That is the mental muscle that is going to be trained because of the pressure that you've already been through. And that's why it is so important to embrace pain, because many people live too comfortable and they think that their life will always be comfortable, but life is up and downs. So if you're having high right now and your whole life was just too relaxed and too high, and now you're 30, you got no parents anymore, you have to take the responsibility in your life, and now your life is going down, you never learned how to handle that pressure, and that stress will eat you like a lion. So you have to learn how to find that stress, especially in your young 20s and your early teen years. And I don't mean go to the party and get into fights or anything like that. I mean going to the gym, studying, even if you want to be a professor or going to a lecture and learn something about being a doctor. That's beautiful, because there's also stress. Or if you want to build your own business and take the responsibility for your whole life, all of that is beautiful, because all of that will train you. Going to a gym, leave your environment, leave your comfort zone. All of that is mental training. Number 2, stress exposes weakness, because just like I said, if you have that accident, or if somebody, I don't even mean physical stress, but good example, you're trying to build your business and now you're trying to get your outreaches and you only have 1 month to pay the rent. You can't pay the rent and you did not pay the rent and now you have stress. It exposes how weak your mind is. If you now cry about it, or if you're trying to find solutions for it, and if you're strong enough to keep going and to keep handling that stress. Number 3, stress builds leadership. A leader can handle stress, because only if you can handle stress, you can take responsibility for your whole life. Now we will give you 4 tips on how to handle stress even better. Let's get right into the 4 tips. What you have to understand is that stress isn't your enemy. It is something that will build you, so do not run away from it. Only when you run from stress, and if you're always under stress because you're not confronting that stress and you're not handling that stress, you will be stressed. So understand that point. Number 1, control your breathing. If you learn how to control your breathing, and I don't talk about meditating. I mean, if something is going wrong in your life, you cannot just sit down there like Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon and meditate for 20 minutes. That's not real life. But what you can do is, if you're in an uncomfortable situation or you're stressed, you can lay down, put your phone away, and now breathe for 10 to 20 seconds. Inhale, exhale, all of this stuff. I mean, I don't do it regularly, but I think I already got that breathing right from the nose and not from the mouth, just because I like running and stuff like that. Number 2, the most important thing for me personally is move your body daily. If you're under stress, for me personally, when I'm under stress, I do my exercise. I do some push-ups, I do some burpees, I do some shadow boxing, and now my mood is up. These are the things that you can do to, create a good habit of moving your body daily, so you got a good body, but you're also reducing your stress. Number 3, kill distractions. If you always see something on your phone, a good example, you're trying to build a business and now you see people 5 years under your age already making that fucking ton of money and all of that shit. Now you're under stress, now you're uncomfortable. Could be a good factor for you to even work harder, but for some people it's too hard, too much. Put your phone away. Again, meditate, breathe. Kill the distractions, focus on the things that you have to do today, focus on your tasks, do it every fucking single day, do the best that you can, train the hardest, and you did the right thing. You can't be stressed if you did everything, but if you're stressed, then your body tells you and your mind that you did not do enough. That's how I see life. Last thing, take responsibility. If you know that everything in life is your fault, then you can take the control. But think about how stressful life is if you always put the responsibility on other people. For a good example, you're broke, but now you say it's because of your parents or it's because of your friends. Now you're always under stress and always angry because of the fact that you never have the control. But if you say, I'm broke, but it's my fault. I know that I chill and relax. I know that I do nothing. I know that I jerk off and watch Netflix. Now your stress will reduce because you know it's your responsibility. It's your fault. And the only man that can change your fact is you.